And oh, what a I bet everyone hates what we're doing.
Action.
And we're rolling, and
I think we just sound like a bunch of white people just like clapping off sync at a concert.
I mean, that's what we mostly are anyway.
That's true.
We're just white people clapping off sync. Welcome to Incoherent Mumbling, episode 3. Yes, it's
the clappening.
The clappening. Starring Mark Wahlberg.
That title is not gonna stick.
The clappening.
Actually, would his name be Mark Palmberg?
Oh.
That's another terrible pun to start off a podcast.
Oh, no.
We're starting this off as terrible as possible so we can only go up from here.
As every episode.
Yes. It's in our bio.
Yes, it is. We're the least significant podcast on the internet, which is true.
Absolutely.
But
we have no sway in any sort of discussion whatsoever.
In any sense.
In any topic.
Any topic, we have a set. We have what we think is a say in, but then it just gets swept under the rug. Like
we're just as easily discarded as they are. Like as we are brought on.
We just love getting thrown in the trash.
Yeah, it's what I'm used to.
This is the trash cast.
I'm Oscar the Grouch.
I'm the trash can.
And I'm currently inside. Live from inside the trash can.
Welcome back to Currently Inside. The porn podcast.
Nope.
But welcome back, everyone. I hope you've had a fantastic week. We haven't, but
I hit way too close to home.
Not kidding. Pretty boring weeks for both of us.
Yeah. So you thought our last 2 podcasts were insignificant. Well,
wait till you hear this one.
wait till you hear what we have stored up for you.
Wait till you hear the insignificance we have this week. But how has your week been, Matt? I kind of set it up perfectly in that it was very poor.
Yeah, pretty much about as plain and like non-eventful as weeks go.
Yeah,
it was pretty much just run of the mill, doing what I gotta do. Did really nothing this weekend, which was great. Oh, but NFL started.
Yeah, it did, and both our teams lost.
I don't want to talk about it. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so down.
Yeah, because the Colts lost to the Jaguars and the Eagles lost to what? Washington?
The football team.
That's so much worse.
Here's an unpopular opinion. I hope they keep it. Because it's so dumb. And it just imagines, like, what's your favorite team? Football team. It's a really good entryway to people who are, like, beginning to, like, get into sports.
Right. It's like, oh, I love football.
Yeah, the football team? My favorite.
I'll cheer for the football team.
But yeah, that was a nice way to spend Sunday. It just felt, I guess, weird for football to be on around this time.
Yeah, it's like I like it, but I don't because, Corona.
Wait, what?
Because of Corona.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, no, do I have to break the news?
It was almost like you were here.
The beer company is attacking. Because their stock dropped so much from this virus.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Corona.
You
deserved better. I don't know. I've actually never had Corona.
Me neither.
The virus or the beer.
I've heard it tastes like weed.
What?
I've heard the beer tastes like weed, and
That's interesting.
Don't know why. Because why would you want to just eat weed? Like besides edibles,
wait, you don't just see like the bag of weed and just stick your hand in and just snack on it?
Just like some toasted Cheez-Its.
When I walk out of the house, it's either my bag of goldfish or my bag of marijuana.
Either way, it's going in my lunchbox.
Oh yeah. I got a lot of weird looks in middle school.
I got a PB&J Sammy, I got a snack pack, and I got my bag of weed.
I think every kid should have that.
I think
in their
I think
lunchbox.
every kid for a nutritious lunch
Eat your greens.
eat eat your greens.
Yeah, but yeah. Besides the Eagles losing horribly, pretty uneventful week. What about you?
The most eventful thing happened this morning in that I was in the shower and I closed my tube of body wash and it squirted right in my eye.
Oh no!
And for the next hour, my eye hurt.
So now you know what
lot.
it's like to be me all the time.
Are you just squirting body wash in your eyes?
That's not where I was going, but sure. Let's go there.
Just generally? Just in
general
pain?
hurt.
General hurty pain.
Johnny Cash hurt.
It's just a picture of you just with 2 bottles of body wash actively squirting them in your
I
eyes.
hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
To see if I can still see after this. I can't see.
That's the song. What have I become?
I
Blind.
I
And the
can't.
instrumental just keeps going. There's no more vocals.
It's blind. I can't see.
He's dead.
So much body wash in his eyes, he went into shock.
That's actually Johnny Cash's cause of death. Old Spice in the eye.
Old spicy eyes.
He just wanted to smell like power.
You know, that's what they called me in high school, old spicy eyes.
That's interesting. I'm sure that's 100% true.
And I'm not going to tell you why. I'm going to let you think on it for a second.
Let's marinate on that for a week.
Let's marinate it in the fridge for 4 to 24 hours and then pull it out.
4 to 24 hours. Imagine if that was like your instructions for anything. Like, all right, to prepare this meal, stick your food in the fridge for anywhere from 4 to 24 hours.
Well, see, the funny thing is, so I am a big consumer of not only food, because I'm fat, but also food entertainment, if that makes sense. Like, I love watching cooking videos, and anytime they marinate shit, it's like from like 8 to like a day, 8 hours to like a day. Like, they'll just leave it in their fridge.
Oh,
Yeah, dog. Dropping some cooking facts.
I guess I need to watch more Chopped or something.
I think only watch Chopped. Get all your cooking info from Chopped.
That's how I prep all my meals. I open up the fridge and pick out 4 random things.
It's like, why do I have this zucchini? And that's it. Why do I only have zucchini?
Could you imagine a Chopped episode where it's like, all right, chefs, open your baskets, and they open and it's just 1 zucchini.
What if it was a box of Cheez-Its?
You have 30 minutes.
Here's this bag of Funyuns and a library card. Get on it.
You have 15 seconds. Go.
You have 4 seconds. All right, so I crushed up the Cheez-Its and you can snort them. There you go.
He wins $50,000.
$50,000 for
There
snorting, making the judges snort Funyuns or Cheez-Its.
Oh God.
Oh,
so
riffing.
pretty great start to your morning. It sounds like.
You know, it was all right. In this last week, I've started a new business venture.
Yes, you did.
I've been making really stupid T-shirts, and
when you say stupid,
I mean stupid.
like 100%. There is probably out of 100 people would look at that shirt and be like, "That's made for me."
That's made for me. And then the other night I'd be like, that's stupid as fuck. Who would buy that? And I'm aiming at both demographics because at least a couple people would be like, that's really fucking stupid. I want one.
See, you're doing a really smart thing where yes, they are incredibly stupid on the outside, but there's also like a very niche section of people who are like who would want this, who would
like
actually wear
us
this.
that are very stupid and we have bad senses of humor.
100%.
Just
To
very
both of those
stupid.
things. Yes. So, do you want to walk through the couple of shirts that you've made already? Because
Sure. Hold on.
there's quite a selection. Yeah, I just pulled up our DMs and I'm scrolling.
Let me
through.
pull up my Teespring store. and
that's
go
right,
go
yeah.
to my listings.
So you made these through Teespring.
Yes, through Teespring. It's the easiest one to do. I might start a Redbubble as well, but for the time being, it's just this one store, and it's called Worst Meme Shirts because they're bad.
They're the worst.
So my first design was a proverb, an ancient proverb, and it goes like this: "Who needs a boyfriend when you can shit and fart?" And that's it. That's
spelled exactly like that.
So SHIDFARD, shit and fart.
Say all you want about our humor. At least we know how to spell things.
At least we know how to spell shit and fart. And then I riffed off of that drinking out of cups video, which is a great one. And it just says "not my chair, not my problem," and it's a chair with like the red circle and line through it.
People just think you're just very anti-chair.
Yeah, I hate chairs.
That shirt's made specifically for Christopher Nolan. Have you heard of that story?
No.
There was like a rumor going around that like Nolan's sets when making films is so tightly strung that he would refuse to have chairs on his set, so nobody is sitting and people would just be working.
That sounds awful.
Now, I don't think that's real.
I don't know if that's legal.
But knowing Christopher Nolan, it might be.
There's a high chance.
The chance is not zero.
No. So the next one is one of my personal favorites. Popular card game Magic the Gathering, but it's it's so dumb. So it's Magic the Johnsoning with 2 basketballs and a wizard hat. Oh my god.
I think out of all the ones you've made, that one's might be my favorite.
Is that one your favorite one?
Yeah. It's just the most like shit posty out of the bunch.
Yeah. And then the next
people are like confuse it from a distance, being like, he's just a Magic fan, and then they walk closer and be like, what?
Huh? And then my 2 latest ones, one of them, so you know the "What's Your Superpower" shirts that like are mass produced, like I'm a bartender, I'm a teacher, what's your superpower, right?
Oh yeah.
So this one is I shit at work. What's your superpower? And it's 2 caped toilets pointing at a turd.
Just when you think we couldn't get enough poop in your designs, you actually not just had to spell it out on multiple shirts, but you actually had to get a picture of a pile of shit.
I did. And then the final one is my favorite one. It took the longest to do, but it's a grayscale brick wall. And have you heard of the popular Tony Hawk franchise?
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a game called Tony Hawk's Underground, and the main villain, his name is Eric Sparrow, and he's a dick. He steals your demo tape.
We hate Eric.
Yeah, you did a McTwist over a helicopter, and you filmed it. That's real. If you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. But this one, in the Underground style font, Eric Sparrow fucked my wife.
He can't keep getting away with this.
He's at it again, folks. This just in.
And can you tell them what the link is also named?
Oh, yeah. So the title of this shirt is Tony Cuck's Underpound.
Fucking genius.
It's bad.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's so bad.
And I've convinced you that you should make this a shirt. Just with the words Tony Cook's Underpound.
Okay, so
on
the
it.
same design is going to come out just with Tony Cook's Underpound. So if you would like that more, it's going to come out eventually.
They're really great designs for your twins.
For thing 1 and thing 2.
Yeah, so you can tell them apart.
Just imagine having a pair of twins as children, and you dress them up in that.
Father of the Year award?
Eric Sparrow fucked my wife on
I think so.
on a 1-year-old child.
I think even better, wear any of these shirts to any family reunions coming up.
Any single one.
You will be the life of the party.
I think the one
People
that
won't stop staring.
no, and I think the one that'll get the most laughs, I think, is the I shit at work one, because I think most people can relate to that one more.
That's like sneakily good boomer humor.
It's very good boomer humor. I might try and sell one to my dad. So Jay, if you're listening, you should buy one of my shirts.
I definitely want to get one of these shirts for my stepdad for Christmas.
My God. But if you want to look it up, we're on Teespring. Worst meme shirts. The banner is a very pixelated picture of two fish from SpongeBob. So just look for the banner and you'll find the right page. But that's enough self-promotion. I don't want to beat this to death.
Even though this is your own podcast.
Even though this is my podcast and I'm promoting my stuff, I don't want this to turn into a promotion podcast. Even though I think this is really funny. And I'm having a lot of fun making these.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much just messaged me out of nowhere with the first design.
With the first one is like, hey, I made this.
I don't know. I want to know, did you have any words to it?
I don't think...
You literally... Hang on.
Yeah, find it.
You just sent me the first one, which was the...
It was the proverb.
Shit and fart. And with the words underneath it, I started a Teespring store.
What a great way to introduce your store to one of your best friends is just a proverb about shitting and farting.
One of the most popular Bible verses, I think, out there.
John 3:16 says, "Don't forget to shit and fart." Don't forget shitting and farting. But yeah, that's something else I'm working on. More designs will be posted pretty much every other day. I think of different dumb shit every day, and I just put them on a shirt.
This is great especially because you're already trying to think of like random stuff to talk about on your podcast.
Yes.
Why not take the stuff that you're like, this would never make it on the podcast and make a shirt out of it.
Fuck it. Here's a shirt that you can buy of it. And I have some merch ideas for this podcast. Oh. So I'm going to talk to you about it afterwards so we don't spoil anything.
I will give a hint. It rhymes with box strap.
It might. That's a pretty good hint. That's a pretty good hint.
I hope not.
Oh, it rhymes with Mookie Po.
No.
Oh, eating Mookie Po like a Dorito. Oh, okay. Enough merch talk.
I can't take my head out of my hand right now.
I can't take my head out of my ass.
Same.
But no.
We all have that problem.
Especially.
Could you imagine like Logic rapping that? Like, I can take my head out of my ass. Who can relate? Woo! Woo! I know it's an old topic, but I can't believe he added that ad-lib in a song about suicidal thoughts.
Wait, do it again?
So, like, he's, like, talking about, like, I just want to die. Who can relate? Woo! Woo! Who can relate? Everybody in the crowd's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Huh? Wait, what?
Am I supposed to be bopping to
Am
this?
I supposed to nod my head and bounce to this?
Doesn't he cry at the end of that song too?
I don't know.
He's just like, I don't want to. I don't.
I don't think I actively listened to that song. I think so.
I think you dodged a bullet.
When Logic blew up, I stopped listening.
I think he made a great choice.
And then I got back in at the end.
Although I will say his quote unquote like final record is pretty good stuff.
So good. It's very good.
Because there have been a few years where Logic just released some of the worst stuff I've ever heard.
It's not.
Did you ever listen to, I think it was called Supermarket? It was like this album that was also a tie-in to a book that he wrote.
No, I didn't.
Like more like 90s acoustic rock.
Really?
It's about as great as it sounds.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, it sounds like I did dodge some bullets that
Yeah.
I'll probably get into like that other part of the discography like eventually, but as of right now I'm good with the last album and his old stuff.
Yeah.
Like
That's pretty much all that exists for me.
yeah.
So,
But hey, let's get into our main topic. Since we riffed so much about my shit, you can go ahead and go first. What you got, bud?
all right, buddy.
Oh, buddy, old pal, friend.
Buckle up, buttercups.
Woo!
We're talking video games again.
Who can relate?
Woo! But I figured since last week we talked about Xbox and all of their stuff,
Yes.
figured we might as well bring Sony into the conversation because just an hour ago they wrapped up their press conference about the PS5.
Hell yeah, brother.
So of course when I was working, I was actually watching this.
Oh, you sly dog.
I mean, very, very plainly.
You piece of shit.
Just watching. But,
right.
Pretty solid conference overall. Biggest things being price point revealed. So, like, the disc version will be $4.99, just like the Series X. And the just digital version will be $3.99.
Yeah.
Which I've got a theory that wasn't the case until Microsoft dropped the Series S price.
I bet not. I think you're exactly right.
Because I don't think they've ever done that.
No. No. This is the first time they've done a discless console. Discless. Yes, sir, it's true.
Careful.
This man has no disc.
Be careful, don't slip that. But yeah, so that's how they're going to try to compete with the Series S. So pretty competitive pricing.
Yeah. Very
but
competitive
of course,
pricing.
With PlayStation, most people were there to hear about the price, the release date, and of course the exclusives.
Yes.
They kind of wild out.
Dude, Sony's been A1 on exclusives since the PS4.
I am pretty much ride or die Xbox fan at this point.
Yeah.
And have been for many, many years. And this is one of the first times that I've low-key considered maybe jumping into a generation with PlayStation.
Dude.
And it's only because of the amount of better exclusives they have.
So much better exclusives.
We were trying to look it up last time, and I don't remember how far we got into the research, but there's not a whole
think we
lot
got too
of
far.
No, there's not a whole lot of like absolute must-have Xbox exclusives,
No.
especially like launching with the title.
Yes. I would say the last big Xbox exclusive was Halo.
Yep.
Like, that was the last big one, and that's been fucking years, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're not gonna drop Halo Infinite until I think May was March or May was the month they decided to push it back to.
The peak for Halo was Halo 3.
It's Reach. It's Reach.
I mean, like overall, like popularity wise,
I'm thinking both in terms of popularity and just quality.
Fair. Reach. I love Reach's campaign is one of the best campaigns I've ever played.
Yeah,
bar none. It's so good. The atmosphere. Oh my god.
But no, I would agree. It's probably one of those two because those are the two games that I played the most, and those were like my first two Halo games.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like PlayStation, man, like Spider-Man Miles Morales is probably the big one.
Insane.
And it's because it's only like it's sort of like an extension onto the actual Spider-Man game.
Right, exactly.
So it's not a full game, but the prices are coming out for some of these games, and Miles Morales is only going to be $50.
That's not bad.
Which the base price for games now this generation is 70. So I think for $70 you can get the Ultimate Edition, which comes with
the OG game,
the OG Spider-Man game remastered for this generation, and Miles Morales,
which is so worth it.
That's a great deal.
It's so worth it.
Great deal.
And the biggest thing for me, because I haven't committed to one of the consoles yet, is alpha for Call of Duty Cold War for PS4.
Yep.
That got me excited. It starts this weekend, And yeah, we can preload it tomorrow.
That was probably the biggest surprise for me, was that alpha would be available free for all, not just all like PS Plus subscriptions, but anybody that owns a PlayStation 4 could access it.
It's insane. And I've been a big Call of Duty fan, not so much as of recent, just fell out of it. Played hella into like, I was the early Black Ops days, Modern Warfare 2, stuff like that. Heavy. Fell out, but this is probably going to get me back into it. The gameplay that has been released so far looks incredible.
Yeah.
Sniping looks competitive again.
I think it's you know, maybe not a hot take to say that Treyarch makes the best Call of Duty games.
Treyarch by far makes the best Call of Duty games.
Besides Black Ops 4, like the Black Ops franchise for me is just
A1.
Wonderful.
A1.
Yeah.
Absolute A1. Now my favorite being Modern Warfare 2. That's my personal favorite.
No, that's mine. That's mine as well.
But like the best one is probably Black Ops 2.
Yes.
Yes. Honestly. But Black Ops 1 holds a special place in my heart too.
Yeah.
Love the OG Black Ops.
I think that and Halo Reach, if I'm not mistaken, came out the same year. Or maybe Black Ops 2 was the year before Halo Reach.
Maybe.
And that was the year that my brother bought his Xbox.
Yeah.
Those were like the first two games I played all the time.
My first multiplayer shooter that I played that was my own, because I played Halo 2 with my brother. Yeah. We had an OG Xbox that we would play. But the first one that I owned that was mine was Halo 3. And I played the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Custom games. Oh my God, just memories.
Halo custom games, there's
nothing like it.
No.
There's nothing
Absolutely
like it.
Not. That's like, as much as I like the story for the Halo games, except Guardians, which was pretty just forgettable all around. Multiplayer and custom games are where they're at, and Forge.
Dude, yes.
I've got like a few friends who just are wizards at making stuff in Halo Forge. So like all of a sudden they'll be like, hey, come play this new map and game type I made. I'm just like,
yes, please. How? How can you think of this new game that you do within a game?
It's amazing what they've done.
Yeah.
But back on topic.
Yeah, sorry, we went on a nostalgia trip for a few minutes.
We're just looking back.
Yeah.
So for PlayStation, so the games, there was Miles Morales.
Yep.
And then the other big launch title was Demon Souls. Or Demon Soul.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Dark Souls.
Yes.
Sort of stuff. Yeah.
Which I've dipped my toe in a little bit. Games are hard as fuck. Not even.
That's the whole appeal of the game.
Yeah.
Just because they're so challenging.
Yeah, exactly. I have several friends that absolutely love the franchise, and I try to get into it. I'm not the biggest fan of games like that. I don't know. I guess I just like more laid back content.
No, I'm very much with you. I'm a very lax gamer.
But
very casual.
But when it comes to the game, it's like the games themselves, they are beautiful games, number one.
Yeah.
Two, the boss fights are bar none. Insane. When you think of video game boss fights, the Souls franchise is there when you think about video game bosses. Because of the scale and the difficulty. It's ridiculous. So I love watching people play Demon Souls. Like, I've spent several hours watching people stream and just watch playthroughs of it because it's interesting to see people that are better than me at the game actually progress at the game, because I'll get stuck at, like, you know, the third campfire that you encounter in general, and then I get bored and stop playing.
Yeah. Yeah, if I get too challenged by a game, I tend to like give up pretty easily.
Yeah, which isn't it's not a good character trait, but but they can suck a fart out of my ass. Don't take
that with you anywhere else in life.
No.
But the other games that they showed at the showcase, notable ones. So Final Fantasy 16, which
704.
I don't know if you're a Final Fantasy fan.
I'm not.
I'm not either. A new Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Thanks, I guess.
Like, here's what I mean. Like, some of the games got me really excited, but others just didn't. I think the biggest surprise was announcing Hogwarts Legacy.
That looks Dope
which
as
is
fuck.
a Harry Potter RPG.
And we're back.
Transitioning. Flawless cut. Flawless editing.
Just got brought some alcohol from some family members. Very nice of them.
Yes.
But anyway, the new Hogwarts game.
Yeah. So, nothing really besides like a few screen captures and saying it'll come out sometime in 2021, which I'll talk a little bit about that after I'm done talking about everything else. But I don't... They couldn't have chosen a worse time to announce a Harry Potter game.
Yeah, with J.K. Rowling being just a shithead.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling showing her true colors, and the Harry Potter film franchise right now is taking a big old dump.
Yeah,
with the Fantastic Beast movies.
But the game itself looks awesome. Like,
yeah,
I've been a casual fan of Harry Potter. I've read the first couple books, seen the first couple movies, know enough about the story to get it. And, like, the world has always fascinated me. So, seeing a game like this looks really cool. Now, I don't know so do you know what kind of game it is? Did they say, like, is it an RPG? Like,
I'm fairly certain it's an RPG.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, that's really the only way to make a actual working Harry Potter game, and apparently it takes place in like 1800.
Yeah, it's like 1880, I think.
So
or something like that.
It's like before like any time period that's been explored, like in the movies or the
before
books.
Harry Plopper, before
Harry Plopper.
You might. Is it before Thomas Riddle?
I would assume so.
Maybe.
I don't know if he's that old.
He's an old bastard.
Yeah,
but
but yeah, like I said, a pretty solid conference. Although my thing is that I don't think the games that they announced of coming out in 2021 will come out in 2021.
Oh,
you
think it'll get pushed back?
There's a lot of factors, and I will say like a lot of the stuff, like even the Harry Potter game, looked like very, very early stages of development.
The gameplay didn't look as smooth as I would have liked it.
The frame rate was a problem, I think.
Okay, I thought it was just my like trailer being weird, but that was in yours too. Like it just didn't look good. Okay.
Yeah. It was definitely rough. And I'm not going to attack the game now because, 2021 means they could release the game more than a year from now.
Of course.
But yeah, like just the amount of games that Sony is whipping out is pretty impressive, and I think they definitely one up Xbox in that front. And they also announced like their competition to Xbox's Game Pass with the PS Plus collection, I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Can you dive into that for a second?
So I don't know a whole lot about it, but
okay.
From what I can tell, it's kind of like the Game Pass, where if you're paying for a PlayStation Plus subscription, I don't know if it's going to be free with the PlayStation Plus subscription, or if it's going to be an added cost.
Yeah, like an add-on.
But you'll have access to PlayStation 4 games with like the greatest hits.
Oh, that's so nice.
Logo on it. So like the original, like the new God of War reboot's going to be one of those big ones.
I still need to play. I haven't played it yet.
Speaking of God of War, they also announced a sequel at the end of the conference too.
Oh shit.
So
there we go.
Yeah, they're coming out arms
heavy
swinging.
hitters, man.
And they're opening pre-orders tomorrow.
Yeah, which I don't have the money to dive into these yet.
We're gonna wait for those Black Friday deals.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be at least till that time or Christmas if I do end up picking one up.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like the conference overall, like me personally, I like the Xbox Series X more than the PlayStation 5, and even just looking at it spec-wise, it's a more powerful system.
Yeah.
And I think Game Pass right now is just a little bit more over-encompassing.
It's better. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more you can get than just going back to PS4. And I think there have been some... I don't think they've said a lot about backwards compatibility with this.
No,
system.
It's been very hush-hush about it, which is like a big selling point.
That's a big
because
question mark.
I love playing like the Bully franchise, the OG Bully.
Yeah.
I play it on my PS4. Like that's a big thing for me personally because I love old games most of the time more than new games.
Yeah.
And being able to play them on these new systems without having to break out a GameCube or a PS2 makes it so much easier. So I hope it's like more cut and clear on what console can do which, because I saw some discussion about different consoles being able to have different compatibility things.
Yeah, so I know that's the thing with the Xbox.
Yeah.
The Series X and the Series S, like the Series X, the Series S. This is so confusing.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you saw the IGN tweet.
No,
that
I
was
didn't.
trying to explain it, and it just said the word Xbox like 20 times in one sentence, and it was just confusing. But pretty much it was saying that if you get the Xbox Series S, it will only play backwards compatibility the Xbox One S version of those games.
Right.
But with the Xbox Series X, it'll play the Xbox One X version of those games.
Yeah, that's not like...
Which, to be fair, the Series S is a much less powerful console than the Series X.
That's fair, but like, man, make it less confusing, guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
It's, PlayStation, they have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's easy.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
I don't know who in Microsoft is in charge of these names, but they're just...
Bill Gates, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's all Bill Gates.
God damn it.
It's just really unnecessarily confusing.
Yeah, so confusing. But
Yeah. But we'll probably learn more about that stuff come November, because I think the release date was
November 12th.
Yeah, which is 2 days after the Xbox Series X comes out.
Dude.
So they're like right on top of each other.
Insane. So I think Sony wins in exclusivity wise, but I think the best deal for a next gen console will be the Series S, no doubt.
I think so like I'm looking at specifically like polls and surveys on Twitter.
Yeah.
And with like gaming companies like IGN and stuff.
Yep.
And what they've shown is that when people have asked what console are you going to be getting, PlayStation 5 is usually way ahead.
Yeah.
And then Series X is also way ahead of the S.
Really?
But I think that's only coming from the perspective of hardcore gamers.
Yes.
These aren't surveys made with the general population.
The casual fan is going to get the S.
Yeah, I that's what I feel like. I feel like come Black Friday, come Christmas time and the holidays, I feel like the Series S is going to explode.
Yes, because
and that's going to be a great launch point.
Yeah, and especially with the deals that could happen, like you could be getting a Series S for less than $250.
Yep.
That's stupid.
They'll be rolling out those bundles for sure.
Yeah. That's stupid. And
yeah.
Tons more people are going to jump on that than the full consoles.
Yeah. So I know you mentioned that you're still undecided.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much leaning towards the Series X just for consistency.
Fair enough.
But if you had to choose right now what console you'd get, what would you get?
Right now, I would get the S.
Okay.
Right now. Because...
Just for the price, right?
Well, price, and I don't need 4K super stunning, look at this shit graphics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't bother me. Like, I said, I play Bully on the PS4, and the graphics on Bully are trash bag awful. So, it's all about gameplay for me.
Yeah.
Like, if like, I could go back right now and play Halo 3 on my 360 and be content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stunning graphics don't mean that much to me. Like, obviously, like, Red Dead 2 is a beautiful game, and, like, you admire its beauty, but you play it to play it, not to look at it.
Exactly.
So I think from a price perspective and I don't need the added power, I would say Series S would be my choice.
And you'd get that over like the PlayStation 5 digital?
Yeah, I don't like only digital.
No,
honestly.
that was one of my big points, because I think last week I was talking about how I was more leaning towards the S.
Yes.
But the more that I thought about it, I think the Series X is better for like long term.
Yeah, because they're going to keep optimizing the games to a point where you'll need the X.
Yes.
So,
absolutely. That's what I feel as well. But no, I feel, come Christmas, if I'm low on money for some reason, or if I don't feel like spending $500 on a new console, I think definitely the S is worth considering. And I don't know what your plans are. Do you know the Xbox All Access deal?
I have no idea.
So All Access is you pay $25 a month, right?
Yeah.
They'll give you an Xbox and Game Pass $25 a month, and you keep paying it until you pay off the console.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like a subscription to keep your console.
Oh, dog, I might do that.
Hang on, I'm gonna look it up just a little bit more.
Dude, if that's for real, I might do that and do the X.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, you can get the Series X for $25 a month for 24 months for no upfront cost.
Yeah, okay.
And the S I know is like slightly cheaper. It might be around
20
or 60 or something like that.
Damn.
But yeah, like that's a really good way of saving money.
Yeah,
Just dropping $500.
And especially if like you don't have a lot saved up and you want to get the new console, like I know people don't normally like having a recurring bill, but like you're saving money.
Yeah, and like the thing with that is like I'm gonna have a recurring bill anyway with my Xbox Gold.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was thinking about upgrading to Game Pass anyway.
Yeah.
Just so like I could stop spending $70 on new games and just play it for the straight $25 a
right,
month.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's a great crazy deal.
So,
something that I don't think PlayStation has right now.
No, there's there's nothing that compares to that even remotely. Like you get one free game a month with PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh, here are the actual prices. Okay. So Game Pass All Access comes with 24 months of Game Pass. It comes with EA Play as well. That's new for Game Pass.
There you go.
So it's actually $25 a month for 24 months for the S and $35 for the X.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more. It's
not terrible.
No, but it's still really good.
Or this one's great too. If you that's for the wrong console. Just kidding.
Wow, Matt.
I really let you in with that one. Yeah, but like I said, there's a lot of options this upcoming holiday, and it's going to be a great time. For us gamers.
Big bruh gamer moment.
Big bruh gamer moments.
Big bruh gamer moment.
But yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really excited for the new generation.
We are both big gamers, and this is going to be a fun time to say the least.
Absolutely. So
yeah,
good on both Sony and Microsoft for making the most out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for both consoles for different reasons.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's move on to your topic.
So,
is slightly different.
It's not as it's not as groundbreaking, I don't think. Have you ever sold anything secondhand, Matt, like on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or anything like that?
Actually, a weird way to tie this in is that I actually sold my Xbox One back in the day over Facebook.
Oh, and how was your experience doing that?
It was the usual where you have people messaging you and being like, "Hey, can I buy it for this such and such?"
Dude,
like, there's a price there for a reason.
Yeah.
Please get out of my messages.
So, I've sold things secondhand a multitude of times, mostly with shoes, which I'm selling right now.
And your body.
Oh, well, that's on the classifieds. But I buy a lot of shoes, like an idiot. And then eventually I don't wear some pairs very much or don't like them, so then I have to sell them again.
Yeah.
And I'm selling shoes right now, and the amount of stupid that is just on Facebook Marketplace is ridiculous.
Oh, no. It's one of the most cursed places I've ever seen.
Because, so I got this message.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Okay, so this guy named Sean.
All right, Sean.
What's up, Sean?
Hope you know we're talking about you, Sean.
The first message from this guy about the post. I posted 4 different pairs of shoes. The prices are all on there, and it says OBO or best offer.
Yeah.
So you would think that people would send you an offer, like a monetary offer, right?
Oh, no.
This guy just says bottom dollar for both.
What?
That's all he said.
Wait, just quote bottom dollar?
Yeah, bottom dollar for both. That's not a fucking offer, Sean.
That's you being like, yes, I want to buy these. It's like, then why else are you in the messages for?
So I replied back, the prices are listed in the description of the post. Such and such for this pair, such and such for the other. And then he has the fucking gall to say, it says OBO, thank you. That's not a fucking offer, Sean.
He's almost there. He is so close.
Oh, fucking no, not he.
Oh, no.
Oh! That's not an offer, Sean.
That's being like going to like a garage sale. For like, how much is this? Oh, it's, you know, it's $5. How much you willing to offer? Yeah, bottom dollar.
It's like, that's not.
Make an offer. Says OBO. Thanks.
Thanks. I'm negotiating here. And then I said back, I'm willing to negotiate. Give me an offer. And then we offer back and forth and whatever. And then the last message I got from him, which was on Sunday, it says, I'll get back to you when I'm in town later. And he didn't.
I was gonna say that's usually the big excuse for someone who starts off
like
some
a
sort of
fucking
transaction,
idiot.
And then they're like, wait, just kidding.
And then they dip.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I've pulled that a few times.
Oh my god, which is fine, but like, I bet you're not a dickhead idiot like this guy is.
No, I'm not walking in being like, what are you willing to offer?
Hey, how low will you go?
Bottom dollar.
How low can you go?
I've got a pet rat in my car. I'm willing to give him to you.
I found a dead raccoon in the Arby's parking lot. Do you want that? So
I'm tired of it sneaking up my truck.
So at the end of last year, I decided I was going to sell my copy of Madden, the newest Madden, which was Madden 20 at the time. Mm-hmm. And so let me find the dumb ones on here.
Oh, no.
So I kind of stopped looking at the messages for them after a while, and I didn't take down the post. So I got like 30 messages that I didn't look at. But let me see. Where is it? This is great podcast talk, isn't it? Just me scrolling through.
Just silence.
Okay, so this guy. So at the time, the Madden was going at GameStop for $55. So I had it listed for $45 originally. And this was like mid-October. So the game was still fairly new, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, his name is Wes. Fucking idiot. He says...
Spoiler alert.
He says, I'll do 20. Like, that's what's gonna happen.
Way to shoot your shot.
At least he had an offer.
Yeah. That's the bare minimum.
Yeah. I'll do 20. I mean, that's like going to buy a Porsche. Like, I'll do $500.
He walks up and is like, how about you just go fuck yourself?
How about
he just
you
flips him off?
How about you pay me to take your piece of shit Porsche and suck my dick?
Oh my god.
But
I don't understand what's so hard about people, or what happens when people, you know, try to buy something in person versus buying it online. Like, for some reason, it's like 10 times more difficult.
Yeah. And like, so I told him that it goes for $55 on GameStop, and he said Xbox Store goes for $37. GameStop only gonna give you $18 for it. Like, okay,
$2.
Not
yeah,
the
thanks,
fucking,
Wes.
that's not the fucking point, brother. Like, that's not even it. And then I just
that's like your grandpa like handing you like a quarter and like, go get yourself a gumdrop.
So go get yourself some gas. And then I said 40 ? And he said, what? Why would I do that? Like, it's the fucking worst offer back I could have done.
I don't know why he'd be complaining about it when it's like he can get it online for $37.
So if he can get it online for less than what I'm paying, fucking buy it on the GameStop. I mean, the Xbox Store, you buffoon.
Exactly. Wow. I'm just speechless by people sometimes and what their train of thought is regarding these situations.
Now, have you ever had any situations like that where you've sold shit and people are just dumb as fuck to you, or not?
not really dumb as fuck, but just overly complicated sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that.
So there was one time where I went to a garage sale and bought an amp for my guitar.
Yeah.
And then I realized that when I plugged the amp into my guitar, there was just a lot of unnecessary feedback.
Ooh. Like this podcast.
Yes, pretty much. It was pretty much just playing our voices in the background.
It was just our
It's
podcast.
the equivalent. But I asked somebody, and we agreed on an offer, and I was like, all right, can you come pick it up tomorrow? Nothing. And it stayed silent for 4 days. And by the time he messaged me back, I had already sold it to somebody else. So I was like, no, I'm sorry, dude.
Man.
I think in this situation, they also used the excuse where it was like, yeah, I was out of town. I'm sorry. I'm like, what are you doing out of town for 4 days?
Also, why are you trying to buy shit out of town? If you can't come pick it up, why are you trying to buy it?
Can you come today? No, I'm in a different country.
Sorry, I'm in Denver. Okay. I'm not going to ship it to you, you fucking idiot. Like, what do you mean?
It's just the best people on Facebook. Only the best.
Only the cream of the crop,
brother,
rises to the top. Have you seen that video?
Yes, of course.
A Macho Man just pulling cream out of nowhere like he's a magician. Legit, he's doing a magic trick.
It's wonderful.
It's so good. But yeah, that's really the extent of my shit, because like nothing really, like we said, this week has been very boring to an extreme extent. So
yeah, there's just been nothing going on.
No.
Until about an hour ago.
Yeah, until the PlayStation event, and then me shooting body wash into my eyeballs.
Fun stuff.
The main attraction. But is it random thought time, Matthew?
I think it's time for some random thoughts.
How about you lead us off with some random thoughts, Matthew?
Oh, why, thank you. You're such a gentleman.
Oh, I know.
See, folks, chivalry is not dead.
See, folks, I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Ah!
You gotta let us go. We've been dead for 5 years.
See, if you heard that, that was me dying.
Yes, it was.
It was me actively dying. That's the sound I'm gonna make.
But I've got two very many thoughts.
Two very many thoughts.
Many thoughts.
Many thoughts.
So, when I said that nothing really happened this week until today,
yes,
I totally forgot that I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone this morning.
Ooh, what'd you do?
I went on a run.
Oh, I saw you post about that. How was that?
I woke up early. I could have slept in a whole other 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I got up, I put some clothes on, and I just went for a jog and a walk around my neighborhood.
That's wonderful.
And let me tell you, I regretted it about 5 minutes into the run. Because I haven't done any kind of physical activity probably since last summer when I played tennis.
Right.
And like there was a time, it has to be then, because I didn't ever work out when I was in Muncie for this last year.
Right.
But I literally was like 5 minutes in and I'm like, wow, I am already heaving.
I'm out of shape.
Breathing so much.
You start running and your brain goes, oh no!
So a lot of that walk was, a lot of it was like, I think maybe 55% of me walking.
Yeah.
45% like actual jogging.
Dude, but when I started my current job, it's getting carts and I have 5-hour shifts. And, like, I'll get, like, 20,000 steps in those, which is, like, 8 to 10 miles.
It's a lot of back and forth.
Yes.
You're getting some good cardio.
So the first week, I was dead and a half. Dunzo.
See, that was kind of the reason why I wanted to start working out, because I was just thinking, and I was like, my job, from 9 to 5, I'm sitting in front of a computer working on
Right.
stuff.
There's zero physical exertion.
Zero activity except for lunch when I walk up and then stuff my mouth with usually Portillo's.
Oh, yeah.
But so I've decided, I'm like, I kind of want to get on some sort of schedule. So I found a website where like you plug in, do you want to do like a beginner, intermediate, or advanced type of workouts? Are you going to be at home, or are you going to be at the gym? And
You're going to be in a basement, in a dungeon.
I've decided to start working out like 6 times a week.
There you go.
So 3 times a week I'm doing cardio, and 3 other days I'm finally using the dumbbells that I bought 4 or 5 months ago. That I never used. Because what I'm trying to say is that I can't ever commit to working out fully because
me neither.
I do it the first day, remember how sore I am, and then I usually just give up after the
it
weekend.
sucks, and then you don't do it anymore. Yeah.
But I really want to just stick to it this time.
Yeah,
and I just want to start living a lot healthier and like eating better. And so that's my big step, I think, this week.
Good. That's wonderful.
We'll see by this podcast next week if I've continued the training.
We'll see by episode 4.
Exactly. Maybe I'll just already given up by tomorrow.
Maybe you'll have a 12-pack.
That would be great. Yeah, that was my tweet. I was like, I went for a run this morning. Where's my 6-pack?
Where's my 6-pack?
Should be here by now.
Shit.
With with what it felt like, how much force I was exerting.
I Amazon Primed that 6-pack, and it's not even here yet. What the hell?
That's great. But that was that. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, just very briefly, is this is going to be kind of serious, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I've kind of formed an addiction.
Okay.
Over the last couple of months.
All right.
I can't stop watching TikToks.
Shelby's going to be so happy.
I've become the thing that I've hated most.
Yeah.
Where I, for the longest time, detested TikTok because I thought like the community was like anybody under the age of 14.
Exactly, and it's just stupid
dancing
shit.
and lip syncing.
Yeah.
Like when I'm thinking like Musical.lys.
Yeah.
Which is what TikTok was before.
Right. So you have that preconceived notion in your head from when it started.
So what happened was Kendra's little sister wanted me to make a TikTok so she can share stuff with me.
Okay.
And so I decided to make one. And so like one night I was like, okay, maybe I'll start looking. And the first wave of TikToks that you get are usually like the really basic ones, like the super popular people and like the people I don't want to watch on my feed ever again.
Right.
It's like, what does this mean?
It's very general, very like they're very pretty people.
Makes
like
me feel
very
old.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah. But once you start digging in, it's like
there's some gems.
The more things that you like and the more things that you watch. Yeah, so it's pretty much when you like something, it kind of puts into like an algorithm for you.
Yeah.
So I started finding some really weird, funny stuff, like my humor.
Yeah.
And so once that happened, it was like, boom, I'm in.
Man, you might now, combined with Shelby, might make me get a TikTok.
It's worth it.
Oh man.
I think it's I didn't think so to begin with, but I think it's better than Vine.
Really?
Only because having it outside of the 7-second frame can let creative people become even more creative.
That does make sense because it's up to a minute, right? You can do minute long. Yeah.
It's up to 60 seconds. And so what some people are doing are really interesting, and there's a lot of niches for things that you like. Like I said, like if you like, one of my favorite things is there's this group of people who are doing it's like walking out in the middle of the night buying like shoes from people, and the entire time it's just completely random. So like one time he'll be walking in with waffles on his feet, and like he'll open the trunk to show him like their shoes, and there'll just be like someone just like shirtless and handcuffed in the back of the trunk. It's so uncomfortable, but it's completely my humor. That I just can't stop watching.
Right. And then you fall down rabbit holes.
Yeah. And so that's just what I've been doing. I've been setting them. I've probably annoyed my siblings the most because we have like a group chat together.
Yeah.
And anytime at night where I'm like, okay, I'll go on TikTok for like 30 minutes. I'll just send them every single one I think is funny.
Just blow up the group chat.
Piss
everyone off.
It's pretty much just me at this point.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're still putting in the effort.
Yeah, but I've recently started to make TikToks myself.
Yes, you have, and you've done some good ones too.
Yeah, I was really proud of my cake one. And then I recently posted because there was a trend going on about ghost photo shoots. which is kind of funny, where like people would go dressed as sheets and they'd take like really aesthetically pleasing photos, but they're ghosts.
Yeah.
I decided to post that one project I made with the music video with the ghosts. So that's gotten some decent numbers. And then it's also a good place for me to like post music and stuff. Like if I don't want to post like a whole cover, I can just like sing like 60 seconds.
You can sing Over the Rainbow.
Yeah.
You can get out your uke. You can pull out your uke.
It's never happened before. And it can be a total original.
You're so original with your uke and your Over the Rainbow cover, Matt.
Thank you. But all I'm saying is that TikTok's worth it, and you should. I want to give you a challenge for next week.
Oh no,
I want
Matt!
You to start TikTok tonight.
No, Matt!
Tonight.
Don't do this to me.
And I want you to report back next week on
your
first experience with TikTok.
All right.
You don't have to make one.
Just be on the website and get
acclimated.
Okay. All right. I will. This is a promise to you, listeners, and to Matt. I will do that.
Mostly me.
Mostly Matt.
Just me, actually.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Do you have anything else for your random thoughts?
Those were my random thoughts for the week.
Awesome. Well, okay. You've laid down a challenge that I'm going to accept and I'm going to do.
Hell yeah.
So
that's what we like.
We love that here on the Mumble Pod.
Collaboration.
And dedication.
Innovation. It's like one of those, like it's like the Ball State commercial. Yeah. Just find like a nice word and just throw it in there.
Acclamation. Personification.
Reminds me of the U2 song Bad. Because like the chorus is him going like, this desperation.
Oh yeah.
Condemnation. Revelation.
Masturbation.
I wanna make a cover of that song. Just make my own words. Okay, continue.
Okay, so my random thought: the story isn't funny. Just putting that out there. The story itself is not funny, but a paragraph in this story is. So, there was a woman that attacked a man with a hammer and hit him in the head with it.
That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious, right?
Is that the funny part?
Yep, no. That's it. I love laughing at violence.
I love assault. And especially battery.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read you this paragraph.
Okay.
And it's at the end. And I hope you find it funny like I do.
Wait, can I guess what it is?
Yes.
This was Regis Philbin's last appearance before he passed away.
Was a cop in this attack.
This was his last outing as a cop.
This was it. He was also a cop. Oh, rest in peace.
Yep.
But, okay, so here we go. When police were called to a domestic dispute at Blank's home about 3 a.m. on September 7th, they found a man with, quote, blood running down the right side of his face from an injury on top of his head. He initially maintained he had, quote, headbutted a wall. Officers, however, found no indication of that in the house and also found a hammer with blood on it.
Could you imagine that was the order that like the other cops there like went to the detective and like, yeah, so we have no story to corroborate that he banged his head anywhere. Okay, that's weird, but we did find this bloody hammer.
Well, boss, it's run dry. I think he hit it at a wall. Oh, okay. Hey, what's that hammer with blood on it doing over
there? They were like, all right, let's wrap this crime scene up.
Hey, wait a minute.
They were headed out the door. And they're like, oh, yeah, we should probably look at that hammer.
Hey, boss. I read it, and I laughed really hard, and then I read it to Shelby, and then she laughed really hard. So, however, no indication of that in the house, and also I found a hammer with blood on it.
Could you imagine if like that's how mystery movies were made, or like horror movies? It's like the cops come around the corner, sir. There's no sign of the killer here right now. Okay. Oh, but there's also this knife in my back right now. Oh, and he's right behind you.
Oh, and he's right behind. Oh, and he's stabbing you in the neck with a knife.
Oh, and you're dying.
Oh, and
Doctor appointment. So we found no indications of any kind of terminal illness anywhere in your body. Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot to mention about the tumor in your leg.
But you got a fuck ton of tumors right here. And so the next sentence says, the man eventually admitted she had hit him with a hammer.
Could you imagine if you just kept denying it? So we found the hammer. Nope.
That's not my blood.
I don't know where that came from. That's weird.
That's someone else's blood. That's not my blood.
I'm being framed.
You see my blood and that blood? Two different bloods.
Yeah, look at the color. That one's crimson. Mine is clearly maroon.
This is maroon blood. That ain't my blood. But yeah, that's really it. I found that a couple days ago, and I thought it was that paragraph was really funny.
That's amazing. It's just every revelation, no matter if it's in a movie, a book, or real life, should just go like that.
Like that. Oh, and also here's what happened. I hope whoever wrote this did that on purpose and also thought it was funny.
I also hope they've won the Pulitzer by now.
The Pulitzer Prize goes to this author.
Yep. The Pulitzer, the Hugo Award,
the Nobel, the Kanye, the
presidential. Oh God, should we mention Kanye?
No, because okay, he pissed on his Grammy. Was that what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
He posted a video of himself on Twitter pissing on his Grammy.
And that'll do it for this episode.
There was nothing. Kanye just made like a spew of tweets today. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh yeah, he pissed on a Grammy.
And also he pissed on his Grammy.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah. There was another thing I wanted to talk to you about today, but I think I'll save it for next time.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Yeah. Creating suspense for next week. Do you have anything else to add before we wrap up? Same.
That's the joke. Oh no. Hey, do you want to show the audience your new mic?
Do I want to show them? Yeah, here, audience, look at the camera right now. Look at this brand new mic.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
Yes, I know.
Don't make me look like a fool.
So I bought a brand new mic that has a gain meter on it. And
just so you know, this is the lowest setting.
So it's at the very bottom right now. And here, so I can start increasing it, and as you can tell, it's getting louder and louder and starting to peak, and I can keep going with this until eventually I'm not doing anything but peaking, and then I turn it all the way to the side, and it's all red.
No. I challenged myself to keep my headphones in this entire time, and I hate it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna turn it down for everyone, just so their ears aren't destroyed. But yeah, I can do that with my mic, and I was making Matt real uncomfortable earlier doing that.
Oh, real uncomfortable.
It was great. But
or horny. I don't know. I don't remember which one it was.
Why not both? Everyone, thank you for listening. Yes, clap it up. We did it. Episode 3.
You know what they say. Episode 3, always the best of the series.
You know what they say, episode 3, always for me.
You know what they say. I hear crickets in the background of your house.
And that'll do it, folks. We'll see you next week. Oh!